In the heart of Amod village lived a young boy named Akachi. He was known for his kindness and courage. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Akachi noticed a new face in the village. It was a man hunched over with a twisted leg, struggling to walk. Curious with compassion, Akachi approached the stranger. "Hello, sir. Do you need help?" Akachi asked, his eyes filled with concern. The man looked up, his face shrouded with pain and sorrow. "I am Coco, and I have traveled far. I seek refuge in your village." Akachi helped Coco to his hut and offered him food and water. As they ate, Coco the cripple shared his story. He had once been a prosperous farmer in his village until a tragic accident left him crippled. Unable to walk, he was cast out by his people. "Why would they do such a thing?" Akachi asked, anger within him. "They believe that I am cursed," Coco replied, his voice barely above a whisper. "But I assure you, I am not." Akachi felt sorry for Coco. He then promised Coco to speak to the village elders on his behalf so that they would allow Coco to stay. Little did Akachi know that this decision would change his life forever. The next morning, Akachi went to the village square where the elders gathered under the old Iroko tree. These men were respected for their wisdom and experience. Akachi greeted them. "Great elders, I come to you with a request. A stranger has arrived on our doorstep. His name is Coco, and he is crippled. He seeks refuge among us." The elders exchanged glances. Elder Nnaji, known for his sternness, frowned. "A cripple, you say? We must be cautious. Such men may bring misfortune. And if I may ask, why would you vouch for him?" Akachi recounted Coco's story to them. The elders felt sorry for Coco and agreed to allow him stay in their village, so long he does not bring any harm. If not, they will send him away. Akachi relayed the elders' decision to Coco, but as night fell, Akachi couldn't shake off the feeling that something was amiss. And he dreamt that night, where he saw Coco sitting before a fire and gradually turning into an animal, and Coco's face was twisted in agony. "Help me, Akachi," Coco pleaded, his voice full of desperation. Akachi woke up with a start from the dream, his body soaked with sweat. Determined to understand the meaning of his dream, Akachi sought out Adaoko, the village seer. When Akachi got to her hut, he described his dream in details to her. "This is no ordinary dream," Adaoko told Akachi. "There is more to Coco than meets the eye. He is not telling you who he really is. You must be cautious and do whatever you can to find out who he really is." Days passed, and Coco settled into the village life, and the villagers began to warm up to him. But Akachi remained vigilant, remembering Adoko, the village seer's warning. One evening, a large commotion erupted near the village square. Akachi rushed to see what was happening and found Coco and the village drummer, Eche, stammering, pointing his fingers towards Coco. He was trying to say something but could not make out any word. The villagers gathered around them and everyone was confused because Eche, the village drummer, could speak before, though he had a broken hand that has made him unable to beat the drum. But it seems all of a sudden his hand has been miraculously healed. But no one could explain what was happening. and Coco refused to speak up. The villagers turned to Coco in anger and asked him to confess what he did to Eche the drummer. Though his broken hand is healed, but he can no longer speak. Akachi decided to intervene in the matter and begged the villagers not to harm Coco. Rather, they should allow him to ask Coco privately what really happened. Since Coco has refused to say anything to the villagers, even as they kept interrogating him. When Akachi and Coco got away from the villagers, Akachi begged Coco to tell him all that happened between him and Eche, the village drummer. Coco looked into Akachi's eyes and said, I will tell you everything because you have been so kind to me since I came to this village, and you must also promise me not to be scared of what I'm going to tell you. Akachi promised, and Coco began to tell Akachi his secrets. He told Akachi that he was no farmer, but once a powerful healer, just like his father. But he became so greedy and self-centered. Coco said that because he developed a great taste for luxury and riches, he began to charge high fees for his healing abilities that some poor people could no longer afford him. One day, a poor widow came to him with her sick son for healing, but he refused to heal the widow's son because the widow could not afford to pay the expensive fee he charged her. The widow cried and begged him to heal her son, but he refused, and the widow's son later died. That night, his dead father appeared to him in the dream and was very angry with him and decided to curse him. He told him that he will no longer possess the healing powers anymore until he is accepted anywhere he goes to. Coco said that when he woke up from that dream, he discovered that he could no longer walk. In fact, he had become a cripple. And when the villagers heard about what he did to the widow, they chased him out of the village, which is why he came to Akachi's village for refuge. Coco also told Akachi that because he was accepted in Amodu's village, his healing abilities came back and he was able to heal Eche, the village drummer, but also made him dumb so that he will not tell the villagers that he, Coco, healed him. After Coco has finished narrating the story to Akachi, Akachi felt sorry for Coco and decided to help him. Akachi took Coco to the village elders and recounted all that Coco has told him and begged the villagers to forgive Coco. The elders, after much deliberation among themselves, decided to forgive Coco, restore him to the village, and ask Coco to restore the speech of Eche, the village drummer, which he did. Then the people of Amodu village began to bring all their sick to Coco. Since his healing abilities has been restored, Coco no longer asked the villagers to pay him for the healings, but the villagers, out of their own free will, give Coco and Akachi money, foodstuffs, and so many other precious gifts in appreciation for the healing that they got from Coco. This made Coco and Akachi became so rich and prosperous in the village of Amodu and lived happily ever after.